And from any other, one more guy said something.
And it's a low code platform, and it's a drag and drop tool also.
Okay. Low code platform and drag and drop. Any other responses? So, okay, then I'll conclude here. So basically, Appian is a low code, no code platform. And first thing, we don't require any technical knowledge here. So even though 10th grade or 11th or 12th grade people easily can learn this tool. Basically it is a tool. It is not a software. So you don't compare with any Java, Python, and any coding language. So it is Appian having a separate own language. It's called a sail language. So anyone know about what is the full form of the sail? So don't worry. Sail is a self-assembling interface layer. So or we can call this as called self-assembling interface language. Also we can call. So basically, it is a patent language for the Appian. So whatever the code or conditions you are going to written in Appian, it should be in Sail. So it's look like a HTML, mostly similar to the HTML syntaxes. But there is a no proper syntax like. So I'm just writing one syntax here. So normally, just assume it's a syntax. So basically, we can write the syntax like this. But in Appian, you can write this syntax like location at the top and name at the bottom. Whatever you can write this. But there is a no proper structure for this syntax. If you want to include anything, you can include here. So like that, we can write the Appian syntaxes. There is a flexibility for the developers. And so one of the persons said Appian is a BPM tool. So I'll explain what is the BPM here. So BPM is nothing but a business process management. So business process management is a kind of structure. So if you just think about if any organization is established, they will follow a set of rules. Set of rules like first they will establish they need uh, area commercial area for to establish a offices. So this is a first step. And second step is they need to recruit the people. And third step is they need to generate the revenue. And fourth step is profits. So it is following here. Just a organization is following four steps. Likewise, BPM is also having a set of rules. So like first, we should take the requirements. It's a requirements gathering. And after that, you need to conclude this. I mean, you can analysis or analyze yourself. And you have to develop. And after that, you have to release this. So Here also we are following a set of rules. It is a these rules only applicable for the developers. So requirements gathering is nothing but if you want to develop anything in the Appian, you should follow these steps. First, you should gather the requirements, and it is in the form of user stories. So user stories, and you can get it from directly clients. Clients will provide the user stories, and you know we can get this requirements gathering in the form of Excel or Zira or ServiceNow. So this is the requirements gathering from the developer end. So then what we can do for the next step, in this step only, you will gather the all the requirements from the different locations. Like you can they will create user stories and assign to you, or client will provide a Excel sheet regarding the all the requirements of the functionality. It should be in the Excel or Zira or ServiceNow. So this is the first phase of the development side. If you use Appian tool, this is the first phase of development. And what is the second phase? Second phase is analyze. So what you can do, you have to analyze for yourself. So lot of people are there. So some people develop very complex things in less time, but some people will take so much of time. Like I am a developer, so I have a story like I need to create a form. Just analyzing, I am analyzing. So the first step is user stories, and second step is I am analyzing. The people who are in that Appian developers, they need to analyze this thing. Analyze in the sense, so just example, so I need to create a form. So one form I need to create. In that form I have fields like name, address, phone number, and education. So this is the minimum. Just they are giving a form. It should be having a four fields. So I need to analyze for these things. So first of all, what I need to do in the Appian level, I need to create a interface for this. To showcase these things to end user, I need to create a interface. So just I'm analyzing as a Appian developer, I am analyzing this requirement in the second step. So I need to create an interface, and I need to map this interface into the process model and all the things I need to put into the site. So these three things as a developer I'll do. So meanwhile, for this development, I am giving this to two story points. Two story points in the sense I'll do this entire thing in the 2 days. One day for development, and remaining one day for unit testing. So as a developer, you need to do the unit testing. Unit testing is nothing but just so you can assume this is a interface, and you need to provide like so this particular name is a mandatory field. So you without entering anything, we are going to submit that particular time validation need to show. So that kind of thing we need to test in the unit test level. So this is a basically analyzing part and development. So we are just analyzing for the two story points. What should I do for the first day and what should I do for the remaining day? So this is the second step, and third step is development. So usually what we can do, so if I mean, if it is easy for you, you can develop within 1 hour or 2 hours. Remaining time, you can use the buffer time for the other story analysis. It's a completely, it's a development phase is completely depend on the developer. So, and we have a release. Whatever I am telling from the step one is, you can go with the Zira tool. Jira or any other ticketing tool. But from the step 2 onwards, you need to work on one environment. Usually we have three type of environments. So I'll written down the below. So we have three types of environments. So first one is a dev. Second one is UAT. Third one is prod. So usually developers develop these things in dev. So remaining things, UAT is nothing but business users or testers. QA or business users are nothing but clients. So whatever your development in the dev, you have to push into UAT. Then they will test here. So this is the testing environment. So once the testing is done in this UAT, there is a release for the production. So actual users here work here.
Don't we have staging server?
Sorry,
Don't we have staging server?
you are asking for the SIT. So it is always based on the organization.
Hmm.
So if you have a SIT environment, you can include here. SIT is nothing but whatever the changes or whatever the development, it is passed from the testing team or the client team. So it should be before prod release, we can test this particular development, we can test in the SIT environment.
And
So,
about repository, like how we are managing code.
so whatever the repository, we should get the requirements from the client only. So based on this particular prod release, they can analyze like if any bug comes or any improvement is there, they will come up with the new stories or they will come up with the improvement stories. So again, we have to develop from the dev team, dev side, and we have to push the UAT and we have to push that SIT or prod environment. This is the repository will works in Appian. So here we are not maintaining any repository for this Appian environment. So again, you have to start from step 1. So I have included for the BPM rules for the first one, analysis, requirements gathering, and second thing is analysis, and third thing is developing. So fourth thing is release. Release is nothing but it will follow these rules. So you need to develop. You need to develop in the dev server, and again you need to push for the UAT. And if there is a SIT environment, pre-prod release things we can do in the SIT. Just what we will do, we will. So if you develop here one interface, you will create a package. And so in Appian, we have a two deployment methods. You can use compare and deploy. Compare and deploy or manual deployment. So by using this compare and deploy and manual deployment, we can deploy the whatever the changes we did in dev environment, we can push to UAT. So how it will be difference in the compare and deploy and manual deployment. So in compare and deploy, CND. So compare and deploy, what will you do? As a developer, you need to establish the connection between the dev to UAT. So in admin console, we have a section called infra. So there we can establish these connections. So once you establish the connection, whatever the package you are creating in the dev side, you just push the by using compare and deploy button, you can push those things into UAT by using this compare and deploy. But manual deployment, how it works. So first of all, you need to select the objects. So what are the objects I am creating here? I am creating only 3 objects for this particular example. So this is the example for me, and I have selected this particular objects here in the in the manual deployment side. This is the first step in the manual deployment. We need to select the objects. After that, you need to create a package, or you can use the existing also. So package is nothing but it is a collection of objects. We can collect the objects and we can store into the one particular location or particular file. This is called package. So once you create package, what will you do? You just export that. Export the package. And it will download into zip file. So once you export, so these things we are doing from the dev environment, first environment, like this one. So whatever the thing we are doing from the dev environment, once these three steps are done, zip file with you, what will you do? You just go to the UAT environment. First step is open that UAT environment. And second step is, so we have, while opening the UAT, so any environment, while opening, you can see add new application. And beside of this, we have one more thing called import. By using this import, we can import the zip file. Whatever we exported from the dev to, we can open that particular UAT environment, target environment, and you can import that particular file here. So this is the development stages will be performed in the Appian level. So do you have any questions as of now? So, I mean, the same process will do for the sit and prod. So all the testing is done in this UAT level. What will you do? You just coordinate with the clients and just take one release date for this production. And you can proceed with the deployment things, pre-deployment things like creating packages and inspection and importing all. So anyone from call, do you have any questions regarding as of now?
Hi, Ram.
Hey, hi.
Yeah, this is Mustaq. I just joined the session. I was trying to join, but due to some reason, it was having some connectivity issue.
Okay.
Can you tell me what is a demo session or like what happened like before?
It is a purely demo session. So how before developing, how can we analyze these things?
Okay.
So a lot of people, I get a lot of responses from the people like, what is Appian? I asked one question, what is Appian? And they are saying it's a
Okay.
BPM tool, low code, no code, and we can drag and drop the things. So
Okay.
I'm just going with the first point, BPM. So it is
Okay, Ram.
overview of the entire Appian. So we can conclude by using this BPM only. So BPM is nothing but it's a business process management. So each and every organization, they have a set of rules to develop their business. So
Exactly.
if it is comes to any organization, first we have to select a place to establish the organization. If it is a physical organization, we have to select a place to establish this organization. After that, we have to recruit the people. This is the second step. And after that, we need to generate the revenue per head of the people. And yearly wise, we can, or quarterly wise, we can calculate the profits. This is the BPM runs behind the any organization if you take. But the same BPM we can run in the Appian level, but we have a separate rules. Like first of all, as a developer, you have to gather the requirements, or business analyst will do that, and they will provide for you the requirements gathering part. And what will you do as a developer? You have to analyze these things. So if you take any house constructor or any other construction people, so first they will analyze. So if you given some place to them to build a new house, they will analyze first this this kind of raw material we have to require, and if it is a G+1, we need a lot of things and it will take some time. They will estimate the time also as well. In the analysis phase also, as a developer, you have to estimate the time based on the requirement. You need to estimate. I just taken one example, like clients want to create a interface, like it's a just normal interface. In that interface you can fill name, address, and phone number, like, kind of things. So the for that particular thing, I have quoted two story points for that, for the estimation. Why? Because I have quoted for the estimation. While quoting as a developer, while quoting, I mean, while estimating these things, you have to estimate the buffer also as well. Why? Because you have to, as a developer, you are the responsible for the unit testing. I'm not telling about the any regression testing. We are not going to do this regression as a developer. QA, who are the QA persons are there, they can do the regression. But as a developer, you need to do the unit testing from developer level. So in the unit testing, basically, we have two things, like as a basic, you just do it like a basic user, basic test. Just entering the names. We have a character limit. Behind the 50 characters, we don't show that name, and it should be validation more than 50. So likewise, you can do the unit testing. Whatever the conditions you have written, you need to test that. So this is comes under unit testing, and it will, why I have given two story points. Every organization accept this thing. Yes, each and every organization, they will accept this. Why? Because for the development you need some time, and after that for the unit testing also you need some time. So including all the stuff, I have quoted for this two story points. So if they will ask, like, if any team lead or any client, they will ask why you are taking two story points for this very simple thing. You need to explain them. So for the development side, it is taking 1 day, and remaining 1 day for the unit testing. If any bugs comes in the unit testing, I need to fix that. So that is the thing I am taking for the two story points for this particular story. So likewise, you need to convince the people. And the third step is development. So it's always depend upon the person who are developing this project. Someone can easily catch this point, and maybe they will develop earlier the same kind of thing. It is easy for them. So it is a two story points, but they can do it in 1 hour or 2 hours. So it is always depend upon the developer. Someone will do very fast. So release, whatever the development, it is done in the within the 2 days. From the third day onwards, we have a different environments, and by using the compare and deploy and manual deployment process, we can deploy the things to the target environment. So I explained, we have a basically in every organization we have a three types of environments are there: dev, UAT, user acceptance testing. UAT is nothing but user acceptance testing. We can use the one environment here, and this is also SIT. SIT is nothing but whatever the production release is there. We are just a pre-production things we will do in the SIT. We can test. We can test this all the functionality in the SIT. Once it is I mean, if it is good, we can push the same thing into prod. So because why we are using this SIT? So if any bugs comes in UAT, we are going to fix, but any exponential conditions is going to happen, that will be reflected in SIT environment. So before SIT, before productions, it is a very good thing. So whatever we developed in the dev, we are pushing into UAT. Once the testing is done, we can push into the SIT, and one round of testing will be there from the QA or client side. They will approve this, then we have a production release. So this is the things as of now we discussed. Anyone having any doubts in this particular BPM? Why? Because you should follow the same things for the entire your Appian career.
Yeah, Ram, I have a question. Like,
Okay.
I don't know if I can ask in the beginning itself, but I just want to know in this course, what are the topics we'll be covering? What is the course over? This
Okay.
kind of syllabus we'll be going through. And also one more question, like, if at all we take this course, like, can we be able to clear a level 1 or level 2? what kind of certification we can clear after of this course?
Yeah, good question. Good question.
Yeah,
So basically, first of all, if you want to go with Appian training, so you need to know what kind of things you have to go into learn. So basically, before 20, as of now, currently, you need to know about the versions. Current version is currently we are running with the 25.2 version. Why? Because it is a 25.2.
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
basically, it is a 2025 year, and this is the second quarter. So every quarter they will release one release. So for the year of 2025, we will go to see the four release versions. So it should be like
Okay,
21.5 to
yeah,
25.4. So from the 1 year, every 3 months they will release a new version. So you have asked one question like certification thing. So we have a 3 level of certifications: L1, L2, L3. So basic level certification is needed. Just a basic things they will ask basic things. So you can clear it in. You can definitely clear this by this training. You can definitely clear this L1 certification. So why they are releasing these things? So they are implementing the Appian based on the current market things. So I'm just explaining here. So I'm just taking Appian here. Before Appian, how is it? So in Appian 2021, we have only one module in Appian. We can call it as a designer in 2021. But you can go with Appian 2025 along with the designer part. So basically, a designer is nothing but developer perform all the activities. And we have AI skills. And third thing is process HQ. And we have one more thing, RPM. So earlier, before 2021. So before 2021, we have only one thing, Appian Designer. So easily you can develop the things, you can create applications and all. But why you know we have a lot of low code no code tools in the market, but Appian is leading the top of the table. Why? Because it is upgrading their self. See, lot of improvement is there from the after 2021. They have included AI skills and process HQ and RPM. And just note it down, these three things are we have to purchase from Appian community. Designer level, you can in the community level, you can get the designer as a free access. We don't have any purchase things, but if you want to learn these things, you have to perform this. You have to purchase. So we have a different tags here for this AI skills. If you want to subscribe this AI skills, you have to pay. As the organization level, you have to do that. But as of now, still it is running with the designer things only. Why? Because this is a basic thing. So whatever the things you are going to learn in this particular training, it is always depend on designer part. Why? Because we don't have any subscription, but you can get the documentation, free documentation for the AI skills and process HQ and RPA. So here I'll cover all the designer part things, and it is always depend upon the certification, and also depend on the designer part only, not AI skills and process HQ and RPM. It is always depend upon the designer part. Same. And we have some prerequisites for the certifications. So if you trained in Appian, and you must have less than 1 year. So as per the standards, you have less than 1 year in Appian environment, then only you can eligible. What is the L2 eligible criteria? you must have 3 years of experience in Appian. So then only you can able to achieve this. But it is just a standard procedure. So if you want to write L2 within the same, I mean within the first today I am going to take the L1 examination, and tomorrow I can take the L2 examination also as well. So there is nothing is there, but as per the standards they mentioned this for the L3 at least you have to work with 5 years. But it is not a mandatory. It's just a standard. More than 5 years. If you have more than 5 years of experience, then you are eligible for the L3. But you can take these exams like today I am writing L1 and I have cleared this, and tomorrow I'll do L2, and again I cleared this, I'll do L3 within the 3 days. In a row of 3 days, I can do that. There is no mandatory for to do, but you have to follow. First, you have to write L1 and L2, L3, and there is an expiration also as well. If I clear this L1, today is 24th 6 2025. If I clear this L1 examination now, and it will be up to 12 months only expiry date. So what we will do now, I told you here every year 4 versions will be released. So in the release we have a documentation or a learning path. So if you want to elevate your certification, you just go with the Appian learning path. So in this learning path, they will extend your certification. Like I told you, we have a 4 releases. In the 4 releases, they will conclude in the 2 releases. They will extend your certification 12 months again. If you watch that particular 2 months, 2 release videos, they will extend your certification for the upcoming years. So any questions on this versions and certifications, and before how it is Appian and now how it is? Any questions on
clear.
this?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Anyone?
Yeah, I have a small question. See, we'll be practicing on designer stuff only. So if we are not practicing on AI skills, process HQ and RPA, will be able to clear the interview, or the interview also they'll be
Yeah,
focusing
it's a
on.
good question. Good question. So who are the interviewing you? So they don't know about the AI skills and process HQ and RPA. They are also new to these things. Why? Because uh, each and every person there is a standards. So they all are trained in designer part only. So they don't want to include this AI skills, process HQ and RPA things. Why? Because it is a subscription thing. So it is always depend upon the organization who work, I mean you who work with this organization. So I'm currently working with one organization. We are not having any AI skills and process HQ and RPA. So is there any specific client requirement that you are going to build any application with AI skills or process HQ and RPA? That particular time you have to go with this AI skills and process HQ and RPA. So the major thing is 75% development. It comes in for the designer part only. 75%. Remaining, it's just a 5% things, AI skills and process HQ and RPA. Is it clear or?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, so there is a no certifications questions. Maybe 1 or 2 questions you will get in the L2 level, but in the L1 level, you don't get this kind of questions from the AI skills and process HQ and RPA. In
No,
L2, you will get a few questions in the.
I'm more concerned about the interview questions. In interview also they will be concentrating only on the designer part.
Yeah, only on the designer part. Why? Because
Okay.
you just
Okay.
assume it is just established in the before 2 3 years. But for the person you are interviewer, they will have more than 7 years or 10 years of experience. There is no time to explore to this kind of things for them. So you are the beginner. You just learn like what is RPA, what is process issue, and what is AI skills, where we are going to use this. Just you need that that particular kind of information. Why? Because you are not working on this part. How can you explain all the stuff? It is a subscription part. Okay. Is there any questions from the team?
Ram, like in this course which you are telling, we'll be having something about like custom data types, forms and interface, process modeling,
Yeah,
and
good
the
question.
process model node, reports.
Yeah.
This all will be covered in this course. And how long is the duration of the course?
So it is almost 45 sessions we are going to include.
Okay.
45 days or 45 sessions. Or sometimes it will take 2 months also as well, 60 days. So based on the
Okay.
performance, I mean, you are going to catch easily, then it is easy for us to teach you.
Yeah, got you. So can you tell about the thing which I asked, you know, content of the course,
Yeah.
like process
So,
modeling, reports,
yeah.
forms and interface, reports and all. Will
Okay.
it be covered? Hello, Ram, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. And I'm just including here, just I'm telling here, just see this. So what are the
Okay.
contents we are going to provide? So you have asked a good question. We are going to provide a CDT or a CDT approach or not? Custom data type, CDT is a custom data type. So earlier, before 2022, we are developing all the applications in CDT type,
Okay.
custom data type. But
Okay.
as of now, from the 2023 and post 2023, no one using this custom CDT type. We are having a record approach.
Okay.
So as of now, this is a most compatible approach compared to CDTs.
Okay, Ram.
Lot of projects are developed by the record approach only. So it is a very easy for the developer also as well compared to CDTs. So earlier how it is? So we have to build a CDT. CDT is nothing but a custom data type. Whatever I told you, I am creating a form. Here I mentioned, like I mentioned name, phone number, address, and education. If it is CDT, how it will be? I'm just copying these things. So if it is CDT approach, we have to create a CDT. And in that CDT, you have to mention. So name should be text. And address should be, this is also text. And phone number, it's an integer. And education details also text. So we have to create a custom data type in the Appian level. Custom data type is nothing but one of the object in Appian. So you can create a custom data type and you can push this custom data type into. Second step is you have to create a data store. And you have to push this CDT to data store. We can generally use SQL, MySQL, or MariaDB, or Oracle. So these kind of things we will use. So this is a CDT approach. But in the record approach, what will you do? You just create a table. Create a table in DB level. We need some SQL syntax like create a table. So you just create a table in the DB level, just map with the record type. So this is a new kind of things you are just hearing from us. So before that, I'll give some task for the tomorrow. So as of now, all are clear here. What is the CDT approach and what is the record approach currently we are using? I am recommending a record approach for you guys. Why? Because if you joined any organization, they will go with the record approach only. And I'll teach you how we can use CDTs and how it would be like. I'll teach you. Don't worry. So is there any questions from as of now? CDT approach and record approach.
Not on this actually. I want to see the console, like how it looks. No,
Yeah,
to
I'll
create
showcase.
a
I'll
small,
showcase.
yeah.
Last 10 minutes, I'll showcase these things. How we can redirect and how we can create these things. I'll show you. So
Yeah, I'm a Pega developer. Okay.
okay,
So I have around 8 years of experience in Pega tool.
okay.
So is it the right choice? Like, can I learn this Appian?
Yeah, yeah. Compared to others, you have a upper hand. So it's a BPM. Pega is also BPM tool. We have a similar kind of architecture. So
Okay.
you can easily learn. But
So
here, you compare
you
to
have yeah
okay, go ahead, go
you
ahead.
have case management here Appian.
Yeah, earlier we have the case management and process this thing, process modeling, but they have removed this case management. Case management is nothing but process HQ.
Okay, okay.
Earlier we have a process mining also as well.
Because
Yeah,
because
those
like
replicate.
because like Pega is syncing and there is no calls in US. Currently I'm in US,
Okay.
so that's why I'm trying like Appian I can easily learn. So because I
Mhm.
already know Pega, right? There will be a
Yeah,
terminology difference.
it is a very upper
So
hand for you, but you have to concentration on the validations part and coding some kind of coding. Sail language, you have to concentrate on that.
yeah, I want to know how the openings and how the career for
See,
Appian.
so if you have a 3+ or 4+ or 5+ years, if you want to put any the 4 or 3+ years, you have a lot of openings. In US
Okay.
market also a lot of openings. Earlier we trained few peoples on the month of April and May. So they already placed in the projects also as well. So once
Okay.
this course completed, I will interact with those people with you.
Yeah, even I am from
Okay.
USA, Ram. I'm in USA, Dallas, Texas right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of openings are there. So if you have any concerns or any doubts,
So I
take
can
one
put
session.
like I can put combined skill or like I need to try only an Appian. If I have certifications and I have
Yeah, it's
experience in play.
in your resume. If you have a multiple skills, it is plus point for you. Correct. You can
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
You can approach in bi-directional.
Okay. Because I want to understand, like I don't want to feel like because I am in Pega, right? So I'm not getting calls. Even I have a skill, but I'm not getting entries from last
Yeah,
four
as
months,
of
four
now,
to
yeah, as of now, Pega market is very down as of now. So all are
mm,
coming with this low code no code platform within the high deliverables with less time.
okay.
Compared to other tools, now Appian is booming. So if you want to check, just go to the chat GPT and try to check
Yeah,
what are the
yeah, it is.
upcoming
Yeah,
Appian tools.
it is giving the with Appian and Pega is competitors, but it is giving the Appian as a future. But I seen that
Yes,
in ChatGPT.
yeah, upcoming 10
But
years also it is showing Appian name only. First is always occupied by AI. Second is cyber security and security tools. Third is low code no code platform. It is a leading Appian only. So we can easily see in the chat GPT also for the upcoming 10 years, what are the tools, low-code tools will be lead this entire IT industry. The first place is Appian. So
yeah,
how we can
but
create,
I want your guidance and support for how I need to because I want to try with 8 years experience after this course.
we can conclude at the end of the course. First, you need to learn the basics, how it would be.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I-
once
I'll
if you have a
I'll
basic level, we can go with the mock interviews and mock tests, and we are supporting you to clear all the interviews also as well. From our end, we will give the support also.
okay, okay.
So, so if you want to create an Appian instance at your own, So whatever the steps I'm performing, please note it down. First in the Google or any browser, just type the Appian community and go with the Appian community here. Just click on Appian community and you can see at the right hand side, we have a sign in or register. And here we have a discussion, learn, success, support, documentation, and app market. So I told you, currently we are running with the 25.2. And if you want to see this particular release, what kind of the features they are including, so you can go with the learn option and the search 25.2. Or earlier I told you the certification things. So if I click on Appian certifications, you can see the certifications here. So we have an associate developer, this is L1, senior developer L2, and lead developer is L3. So this is for the business analyst. You can see, are you a non-developer team member, such a business analyst, project manager, or project owner? They have a certification also in Appian. They are a dedicated business analyst in the for your team. So they need to do the certification also as well. This is for the business analyst. And for these three for the developers. So if you want to create an account, just click on the sign in or register. So here we have one thing, register now. Click on here. You can give your name, like first name, last name, email address, password, and you can confirm these things and you just register. It will create one account for you. So is this clear? How we can going to create an account in Appian? You need any proper steps?
Yeah, no need, no need.
Okay. So once you create any Appian instance, how it would be like? I'll show you. I'm stopping my screen sharing and I'll log in my account and I'll show you how it would be. Okay, let me share my screen. So you can see this once if you log in. Able to see my screen?
Yes.
What happened? Nothing. I'm just I'm logging with my credentials, so that's why I stopped the screen sharing. So you can see once I logged in here, you can go with the profile. So once you entered into the profile, you can see all the stuff what is including here. And if you want to access the environment, click on the access environment. Like the designer part, I'm telling how we can redirect into the design part. So it will ask from the region, like you are from USA or Germany or India. So I'm selecting India. So no need to answer these questions. So you can see the right bar here, nine dots navigator. We can call it as a 9 dot navigator bar. and you can find this RPA and process HQ also. But AI skills are the subscription part here. So now we are going for the only designer part, Appian designer. If you click on the Appian designer, it will redirect into application page. Basically, this is a home page for us. Okay. So for the manual deployment, I told you, like we have a new application and import thing. So if you have any package, you can import here, but it is a community level, so it is not available for the community people. So if you have a subscription and you are working with any organization, you can see the development, actual development, how it will be. If you want, I can record one session while working. I'll record one session and I'll share with you guys how development will work and how we can do that. So basically, these are the applications which is built by the Appian. So here again, if you want to go to 9.bar, you can see the net zero carbon. It is net zero carbon. It is basically we can see the sites here. So net zero carbon reporting, it is the application, and here we can see the site here for the net zero carbon. So if I just open this net zero carbon, see this is the Appian applications we are going to provide for the clients. This kind of architecture and this kind of visual representation they are going to present. It's a similar kind of the same thing we are going to provide in the real time also as well. So based on the selection, it will change. Here it is changing. So these are the charts, column charts, pie charts, and line charts. So these are the gauges we are providing KPI, some KPI kind of parts. And we have a lot of tabs here, plans. So it's just an example application. We are going to establish these kind of things in real time. So if you want to explore yourself also, try to create a Appian community instance and just go with these things. You can also learn. So now the basic thing is what kind of objects we are going to learn. What are the objects currently in Appian? So if you just go with the build option, any application, just go to the build option. You can see the object type here. AI skills, connected system, constants, data stores, and up to web API. These are the objects Appian is providing. By using these 20 objects or 15 objects, we are going to develop entire application. So these are the objects. So if you want to in detail of each and every object, what will you do? You just go to the 9 navigator bar, click on 9 navigator bar, and we are having help. It is a docs.appian. So you can search. So I want particularly I want information about this expression rule. So what is the expression rule? I don't know about this thing. So I'm just searching here. Expression rules. I don't know about this object. So what I'm doing, I'm just searching in the help. It is a docs.appian. Here the overview of this expression. As an expression rule, it is stored the expression. It is called as other expressions within your expression rule. So if you want to see any examples, you can go and see the examples also as well. So how we can perform these and what are the indications is this kind of basic things you can learn from the documentation. So as of now, all the things, I mean, all are clear as of now. I can see some comments. Bro, can I have a contact number? So, marketing or pickup.
Yes, like we are neighbors, so that's why we wanted to help each other.
No issues, no issues. Okay.
Okay.
Every piece of code we call it as object.
No.
Okay.
I mean, in some objects, we don't have any code.
I mean like a rule. Anything we create, we call it as rule or how?
Based on the requirement. See, if we have a lot of objects. I told you, I want to create a form. Just example, I want to create a form. What are the prerequisitions? What are the prerequisition objects we are going to include there? The first object is we have to create a CDD or record to store the values. And second requisition is we have to create an interface, and you can use in the interface level whatever the things you want to. You want to display a title, then you need to use some rich text component. You want to display particular title like it's a form, so you want to display a name as a form. You need to use some components to display that rich text display. If you want to divide that particular form into 2 or 3 sections, you can use column layout or side by side layout.
Okay,
And
okay.
after that, if it is UI level things are done from your end, and you need to whatever the end user writing in the form level, it should be captured in the database level. That particular thing you have to design the process model for that. Process model is one of the object. It will take care of the background thing. End user is entering anything from the form level, it is capturing and it is storing into the respective table via using this process model. So these are the prerequisitions for the form. So it is always based on the requirement.
Okay, okay.
Okay, then we can start from the tomorrow sessions.
For one more thing, for UI, for front-end UI, the Appian inside Appian layouts are using, or like have using any React or any other?
No. I told you,
Yeah.
we have a separate patent language, sail language. We can use within the Appian components only. There is a no out-of-box things we are not going to do in the Appian. Whatever the components they are provided, we can use those components only. Basically it's just a 30-40 components in the interface level. But we have function. If you comes to the function level, we have a more than 100 plus functions.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
There is a no out-of-box things we are going to provide by using Appian.
Yeah, understand.
Yeah, it's a limited tool with the limited components. We can use those components as per the requirements. That's it.
What is the DB they're using? Default DB?
As of now, they are not providing for the community level. They are not providing any DB. Earlier, they are providing for the MariaDB earlier.
Okay, okay.
But you need to work on records only as of now.
Okay.
Any questions? Try to create all the people try to create an Appian community instance from your end. Then tomorrow onwards, we can start the one application, one POC kind of thing, and we can start our journey. So we can, in this POC, we can include all the objects and what are the real-time scenarios we are going to provide, and all the stuff we can discuss tomorrow.
Okay, Ram. Got
Okay,
it.
is there any questions or is there any things I need to improve from the first session? Any feedback?
Yeah, we are good.
Okay. Yeah, okay, then we can close this session. Thanks for coming all. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye. Thank you.